Good morning, guys. So, today's video is going to be us talking about our adventure through different furniture stores. Well, actually, just one furniture store. And our adventure into what was a very big mistake at first. A huge mistake that we'll probably never make again. Hopefully, never make again. So, Jess, take it away.
I don't want to do all the talking.
Okay, so we went to furniture fair. Okay, over by on Harrison, furniture fair on Harrison. We wanted to get a new bed, right? And a new mattress. And my mom had been to furniture fair, and we had such a pleasant experience. You know, a couple years ago when we went and helped her with her bed and everything, and the beds were really nice, great service. The guys who work there are great. They really know what they're talking about. They try to help you any way they can. And it was really good. So we went there to get a mattress. And again, very helpful. Dave and Brandon, who helped us. Dave helped us with the bed and everything. So we go in there, right? And we're like, you know what? Our chair and our couch are really old.
Well, we weren't looking at a couch.
No, yeah.
At all.
Right.
We were going to look for a mattress and possibly a chair. The couch was not really ever an option, and it just escalated.
Quickly. So, well, actually, I mean, we kind of thought we were doing the right thing, but I'll tell you what,
Well, anyway, so we found a mattress. So we found our mattress first, and then we went to look at a chair to replace the chair that we have. And he found a chair that he liked that matched a couch that we thought we liked. Well, I think, in hindsight, or whatever that is, that saying is that it, like, whatever, looking back, I think it was just a whirlwind of trying to do everything all at once, and we should have probably went in stages.
Bought in pieces. Yeah.
I'm naturally already an anxious person, and a lot of it just like, I don't know. It's been a very stressful couple of days. So,
to say the least.
We got the mattress. He found a chair he liked. I thought I liked the couch. I liked it in the store. I liked the way it felt. It seemed okay. However, it's nothing like my other couch. My other couch was like a very plushy couch and like very loungeable. This one is a recliner, so obviously it's built differently and it sits up higher. It's actually this couch we're sitting on right now.
We got a sheet over it, so yeah. Spoiler alert, it's going back.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought I liked it, and it's hard, I think, sometimes when you're looking for furniture, because you're looking at furniture in a gigantic show space. Mm-hmm. And then once it gets into your house or apartment or wherever, it doesn't look anything like what you thought it was going to look like.
Right. So
we made a couple of mistakes. So the one mistake was we probably did it all on a whim and should have probably waited and thought about the furniture part of it. The mattress is fine. It's huge and tall, so we have to fix some things around because it sits really high up.
Let me cut in for just a second. Something you should probably know right off the bat is... we went for the mattress, but see, the thing is that we were also thinking about the furniture because of the price for delivery.
Yeah.
And all that too, because we got free delivery here with the purchase.
Yeah, they had free delivery.
The other stuff that we bought. So adding that cost in and everything else, if we would have went back to buy pieces.
We just did it all separate so that I think we still could have probably got I don't know. I don't really think that's really that much of an issue, but that's essentially why we did it, was so that everything would come together and we didn't have to worry about like separate days and all that. Well,
we still should have waited to get other furniture.
Yeah, we should have waited. So, the first thing when you get furniture, obviously you have to move literally everything in your house so that furniture can fit inside of your house.
A lot of cleaning.
Especially if you have, we live in an apartment, it's small, so we have things everywhere because it's small, so, and you have small spaces, and you have things like we have a shoe rack and a coat rack in our front door and all that kind of stuff, so it's like a lot of things that you have to move around and then pull the couch out and vacuum behind the couch and all the things that are annoying to when you have to get new furniture.
That we do, but just not the extent
it's just like
that we had to do within
You know
a
how it
day.
is when your couch is sitting there and you don't have any intentions of moving your couch for a while. It just stays there, and
It collects dust.
But so we went through all that, everything. We got everything ready, moved everything around that we needed to. The guys come with the new furniture. They had to take our old stuff out because obviously it's not going to both things fit in here. So one thing we didn't know was that the people that, which makes sense now looking back, because we were so confused. The people that deliver the new furniture are not the same people that take the old furniture.
Right.
Which makes sense thinking about it because they're not going to put your old furniture in a truck of new furniture just in case, you never know where people's stuff's come from. So I get it. It makes sense now.
Yeah, you can't put the old stuff in with the new
But
truck.
we didn't know that off the
Stuff
bat.
in the truck.
And the weirdest thing about all of it is that they send the new furniture first. And then the old people old furniture pickup comes afterward, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't understand why they don't come and pick up your furniture first and then bring you the new. Because what are you supposed to do?
Sometimes they do. The lady, when I talked to the lady on the phone, because I got a text message. First of all, they were supposed to email me. I got a text message.
Well, they text, I
which
think.
is just fine. Yeah. But they said that the furniture was coming between 11 and 1, and then the pickup was going to be between 3:30 and 5:30, which really awesome that they got the people got here to move the furniture in at 11. Okay, and they got here about 4:30, the other group, but it was like, we do live in an apartment and we basically had to just set everything out in the yard.
He was going to set it out in the front, out in the hall area. And we're like, we can't leave furniture in the hall because these people aren't going to be able to get in their apartments.
Right.
And I'm like, I didn't know all of this to begin with. So, and I'm already stressing out and anxious about all of it just because I'm not like a good person with change. I really loved my couch and we'll get that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get to
but
that.
Like, it was all crazy, but these movers, the people that bring in our furniture, were so nice.
So nice.
And we're like, can you just set it out in the front, in the grass? Because we had nowhere to put it, nowhere else to put it.
They weren't expecting to take all that down 3 flights of steps.
Well, hey, if you work for a furniture company, you got to expect that
but they were just, I get it.
But anyways, they put it in the front yard. They bring in the new furniture. I don't know if it was until after. So they luckily the couch that we got came in pieces because otherwise I don't even know if it would have fit in our doorway. So since it's a recliner, there's like backs that they can set on it, and it kind of like has these like
the backs come off. Off of this. It's a recliner.
It's same with the chair too.
Yeah.
So he brings the couch in first. And one thing I will say, another mistake we made was that we actually got a couch instead of a love seat. My old couch was a love seat.
Yeah. Big love seat.
This one is, it was an oversized couch love seat. This one is a couch, like a 3-person couch, and the 2 ends recline.
2 feet longer.
So it's enormous.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel enormous, like I said, when you're sitting in a showroom with thousands and thousands of couches and other furniture around you. So,
part of it was probably me too, because I fell in love with the recliner. I am keeping the recliner.
I think that kind of swayed me a little bit. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. Piece of hair. He really liked the recliner, and I thought I liked the couch, and I was like, cool, then we'll have a matching set. It'll be nice furniture. The furniture we had was old, so old. Like I got it from a friend, I'll say, and she had it for years and years and years and years and years. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's probably 35 years old, if not even older than that.
They don't make them like that no more.
It was an old couch. It was an old worn-in couch. So, it's already got the comfort in it because it's been sat in for so long. So, I don't even know where I was going with that. I was just going. But
just
I felt
the
like
comfort level, it was...
And it was old.
Very well.
It was an old couch and a used couch.
It. Absolutely loved it.
It was worn out. It was worn in. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was comfortable, but it was worn out.
It was done.
And it was used. It was hand-me-down. And it felt good to be able to go to a furniture store and purchase our own furniture that was brand new. And I think you just kind of I think for me, I just kind of got swept up in the whole thing of it. Like, oh, we're getting a new couch and we can get a new couch and I can get whatever I want. And I want it to match and we have brand new furniture and we don't have to throw sheets over it because it's horrible looking. You know, we are doing this just to kind of protect it because we are returning this couch. So we have a sheet on it.
So, we'll get into that.
But anyway, so they bring in the couch. And I'm still working because I work from home, so I'm working. My desk area is over there. I'm kind of working like while everything's coming in, so it was kind of like it all.
Today's
happened.
Saturday.
Yeah,
it's off today.
Yeah, it was Friday that they delivered everything. So they bring in the couch, and then they put. Like, when they first bring the bottom part in, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is enormous. Like, we had to lose a table on this side, and we had to move this other table down even further, like, towards the doorway. So, it's definitely way bigger than what we were thinking.
But like you said, it did not look that big. It's
deceiving, and it could be
in the showroom.
And
but
that's
it's not Furniture Fair's fault.
No,
that's
I'm
our
not
fault.
saying anything's their fault.
Because it's like we didn't do all this measuring and stuff.
Yes, because we were not going with the intent of purchasing a couch.
Buying a couch and a chair.
It was never an option to purchase a couch. It just kind of all escalated like that. And, looking back, obviously we would have done everything differently. But whatever, we didn't. This is what happened. Yeah. So they bring the couch in. They put the couch completely together. They put the chair together. They have our mattress in. Everything. At first you're kind of like, oh, we got new furniture. This is cool. And you're like, oh, wow, let me show you how this reclines. Let me do this. Let me do that, And you're super excited. Well, I don't even know where to begin. But
okay, now this is where the video begins. I
was working, like I said. So, obviously, once they put it together, I kind of walked over here and just kind of sat on it just to test it out or whatever, It's just one of those things. You just, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, cool. Yeah, this is awesome. But then I went back to work. So, I finished working. And once I was done, complete with my day, when you're done with your day, what do you want to do? You want to go and relax on your couch. And I...
lack of a better word, lost it.
Yeah, it was not a very fun day. I
mean that sensitively.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to like start busting out crying again. And like, so okay, I was very, very attached to my couch. It was very comfortable to me. I realized that it was old and worn out. And it was like, I want to say it's kind of like a plushy couch. So it had like really big seats. Like the cushions were really wide and it had like the back was like pillows. You've probably seen it in some of our videos that we've done.
Yeah.
But it had like big fat pillows as the back of the couch. Like it was just pillows that you could remove. Like it wasn't attached to the couch. Right. They were like removable from the couch. So it's like one of those type of couches that you can just come on and flop down, pull your blanket over, sit however you want, and you're comfortable. I'm a big person. Like there's no doubt about that. And I like to be able to lay on the couch and not feel like I'm spilling over the couch or have extra. And then that couch I could lay down. I had extra space to like lay the remote, lay my phone to where everything had to be on a table or somewhere else because there's no room for it.
Right.
I think because I was so caught up in the moment of purchasing a couch, I didn't really go through all the things you should probably do when you purchase a couch. Yeah. I didn't
think of all the things.
I didn't really lay down on the couch. I didn't really do like all, kind of. And you know how you are when you're done with work and you just want to flop around and be lazy and just watch TV, you want to be comfortable. This couch is not comfortable. Now, it may be comfortable for some people. I just am not that type of a person.
It's not, I don't know if it's because I like it, but it's still, I don't like it to the point to where it's like, if it's gonna, it's got to be comfortable for her. Because my chair's over there. My chair's comfortable. This is not
I think the problem is, for me, at least, one, I'm short.
Yeah.
So when I sit back, I don't like.
There's like these pillow
I don't like having
that come
this out. Here. I liked having my pillow one that I could, push down or I could move it, manipulate it to however I want. Yeah. Essentially, this I feel like I'm sitting in a straitjacket in this couch because of the way
she looks like it.
The way that it's made,
all just kind of
and
bound
the
up
cushions, the seat cushions are very short, like. they're what, like 22 inches, I think is what
Yeah.
the depth of
I
the,
think it's like 21.
something like that is how the cushions are.
So no room to really stretch,
my
roll
old
around.
couch
And,
had 28-inch cushions.
Yeah.
So that's a huge amount of things that you're losing. So
well, the height.
And the height is really tall too.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
I mean, our couch came to here, and then our pillows kind of
it's like for
went up
her.
there.
For
But
her,
it's
this
so
goes like
high,
way over her head.
It hurts my neck. It really does hurt my neck to lay on it. I feel like this couch is only comfortable if you're reclining in it. And I think that's the purpose of this couch, is to be a recliner. Right. And that's why they have recliners. And that's why it's made this way, is so that it can be substantial enough to be a recliner.
And you like to lay...
I like to lay
down, and it's like the recliner part just... And I feel like if you were going to lay on a couch like that, eventually that's going to wear in. That's going to get even more uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
With, like the different bars for the recliner. Now, I laid on it for a minute just to test it out. I thought it was okay. But again, it's not like, if those reclining things, it's like this couch is meant for people who want to sit in a recliner all the time.
And I feel like it's also meant... I don't think this is the type of couch that's meant to be sat in a long period of time. I think this is the type of couch that somebody has, like, in their den or something for when they're, like, watching a show and then they get up and leave. It's not like a...
That's what I thought of.
Yeah, I don't know. And because the funny thing is like the reviews, people love it.
Yeah.
Which is great, but I just think it's
a nice couch.
I'm not this couch type of a person.
Yeah, it's a nice couch. It's just not you. At all. You lost a piece of you yesterday.
Well,
that was our first furniture.
Yeah.
Right? Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Anyways, when I got off, so, you want to go and be comfortable. I wasn't. I tried everything. I tried. I'm like, let me try to be comfortable. I tried to lay on it. I got my own pillows out, my blankets and everything, tried to put it back to where the old one was, how everything was laid out. I mean, I can lay on it, but there's no room left after that. And I realized I probably should have, like I said, I should have done all of this before we bought the couch, but I didn't. So,
we should have left and came back.
Right. It was just one of those things. So I didn't do any of that thing, and I tried to make it work. So
it wasn't like they were pushy either.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they were very well professional.
We didn't really consider the mattress being... So our mattress was probably not that high. This new mattress is 15 inches deep.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
So, and we already have two box springs, and it's on a rail. Mm-hmm. So that made our mattress sit like almost 5 inches higher than it was. I'm short. I have to get...
It was tough for me too.
A step to get into the bed now. So all this is happening all at once. I'm off work. I'm tired. I just want to relax. It's Friday. We just got a new video game we were going to play. You're excited for the weekend. So all I wanted to do was just lounge out and play our game and watch TV. I couldn't do that. I wasn't comfortable. Then the other place that makes me comfortable is my bed, and I couldn't really even get in my bed, and it was just like everything all at once started consuming me, and I started to freak out. Like, I literally started... Like, I was already anxious to begin with, and then I think I just went into a full-blown panic attack because everything was happening, and I couldn't do anything about it, and I was just so upset, and the only thing I wanted to do was go to my comfy place, which is my couch, and it's no longer here. So, and also looking back, like, I probably should have stopped them because the couch was sitting out there for a while, and
I was even yelling at her. I was like,
I know,
I can get it.
It was
Gotta
a hard,
get it now.
like,
it's leaving.
I was inside of an attack that I wasn't thinking clearly, and I should have said, "Don't let them take the couch. Just leave it out there, and then we can just return this one, and I'll get my old couch back and be done." But I was in a full-blown anger, panic, everything was set in. Proud. I was like, I'm not gonna say get my couch. You know how you get when you get into a mood. So I literally stormed out. I left the apartment because I was so upset. that I didn't even want to be in my home. Like, I felt like I wasn't even comfortable in my own house, and I didn't even want to be here. So I walked, and I just like walked up the street. I took myself, I didn't really have anywhere that I was gonna go. I think I just needed to be mad, and I needed to walk away and be alone and clear my head. And so that's what I did. And I know that this might sound so ridiculous to some people, like, why is she so upset over a dumb couch? But it's like, I think you just get so complacent with your life and the way you do things every day that when one particular thing that is, I don't want to say that that's my sole aspect, but I'm a lazy person. I like to lay on the couch and watch TV and play my games and watch movies. That's what I like to do.
Let me.
When that is taken away from you, it's like a culture shock. It really is. And he was saying, like, I was acting like somebody died, but I almost feel like something died in me yesterday. And I know it's stupid, and he's laughing, but it's like,
no.
I felt like I was grieving.
No,
in a different way.
I didn't realize the seriousness of what was going on. I didn't even realize she was having a panic attack. So let's say that right off the bat. She took off. So before, what I was going to say is that your furniture and everything in your home becomes a part of your life, right? It's your comfort zone, like she was saying. It's her comfort zone. Nothing was going right.
No.
The bed, way too high. Can't get in the bed. That's, where you can lay down, collect your thoughts, or your couch where you can just sit down and collect your thoughts. This stuff was kind of ripped from you very quickly, within 24 hours. And that caused you to, kind of all closed in on you. And, that's where it started. And I didn't know, I felt, and I knew, and I was kind of making sure, everything was okay, but without trying to say it's okay, because I know, or are you okay, right? Because I know sometimes I can say that and it angers you a little more.
Well, sometimes he is less than helpful
well,
when you're in, and I get it. Like, I understand, like, somebody that's never felt like an anxiety inducing situation or a panic inducing situation, it's hard to, and I think this, honestly, I really feel like this is the whole entire problem with the entire mental health system, is that it's hard for people that don't have any kind of issue to understand those type of issues. But then it's also hard for people to get help for those type of issues without them feeling like they're crazy or psychopaths or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's I don't know, it's hard sometimes to talk about, because it's like, really the only thing you want to do is just be in your safe place. And when your safe place isn't there, you kind of lose it. And I think that's what happened to me, is like, my safe place wasn't there, and I didn't know what to do, and I panicked, and that's why I walked away, because I didn't know what else to do. I was very upset. I was crying. I was emotional, because I felt like I was lost, and like everything was suffocating me. Like, I was in this box and all these walls were closing in around me, and I didn't know what else to do. And the only thing I could think to do was to grab my bag and to walk away and just keep walking. Like, I didn't even get in the car. I literally just walked up the street and I just kept walking.
And I realized instantly that she needed to walk and for me to stay out of it. Right? Like, I knew that I was only making it worse. And it wasn't that I was trying to, it's just, I felt like, okay, for who you are and like that place that you were in, I had to just let you walk. I did call her like 20 minutes later. Mm-hmm. And I asked her if, just for one, I couldn't hold it anymore. I wanted to make sure she was okay. And two, in case she wanted to get picked up, she didn't. But you sounded fine. You didn't sound like you were...
Well, I walked up the street. There's this church up here, and they have this little wall that I was sitting on, and I just kind of sat there, and it was fun because the kids were doing a trunk or treat up there, so the kids were getting ready for their Halloween thing. So it was something to distract my mind, honestly, like something to get me off of thinking about all of it. Mm-hmm. And I just sat there for a while, and then I turned around and I walked back, and At that point I was kind of like, I'm stuck with this couch. I hate it. I don't like it at all. What am I going to do? So then that's when I started looking up the policy, for return, and they have a 3-day return policy. So 3 days from delivery, that you can return or exchange. They do have a thing where if you return it and not exchange it, they charge you a 20% restocking fee on each piece of furniture, plus the cost of them to come back out and take the couch.
Right.
Which at this point I was fine. Well, obviously I don't want to spend more money, but at that time it's like I hate this couch so much that I don't care how much I need to pay to get it out of my house because I don't like it.
Yeah.
So we
now
made the decision to return it, obviously. He decided to keep his chair, which is fine. I rarely ever sit in the chair, and I never really sat in our old chair. So that's, he likes the chair. The chair also, what is that called? Rocks. Yeah. Which I also think is better because I feel like if this couch rocked too, it might be a little bit different. Like it, because it has, it gives you more of that give. It's like once you sit, you're stuck. Like this doesn't go anywhere. It's right, there. Like you can't do anything to it. So he likes his chair, so he's going to keep the chair. So I went to sleep pretty early last night because I was just like so overwhelmed and I just couldn't, he went and got me a footstool so that I could get into the bed because the bed is so high, but we're going to fix that. The mattress is great. It feels great. I mean, we only slept in it one night, but I think it's going to be fine once we get it lowered. Like that's the only issue really is that it just sits so high. Yeah. We're just going to take the rails off and sit it on the box spring and it should be great. Mm-hmm. But we decided we were going to return it. So this morning we got up and, of course they didn't open till 11. I'm up at 5 a.m. Like, let's get this couch out of here. And they're not, so, I just kind of laid it's because I kept saying, I'm like, I don't even want to come in my living room. That's how much I don't like this couch. Like, I don't even like sitting on it right now. But we went and got some lunch because I didn't eat anything yesterday, like all day. And I think that also contributed to a lot of my problem yesterday. Like there was just a lot of things that added up. And sometimes you just hit your breaking point. And sometimes, whether it's the dumbest thing ever or not, you just need to cry about it and be alone and just deal with your emotions in whichever way you can. And that's what I did. And that's what I had to do. Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't helping the matter any because, it's like I'm trying to help her, right? And sometimes the best thing to do to help people is to let them think, your own thoughts. Like with dinner and everything, I was asking if she wanted me to go get something and stuff. She didn't want to eat anything. I said, well, you got to eat, it's like, and I start realizing again, like, I'm not helping the situation.
No, well, I'm the type of person, like, I know some people, like, when they get stressed or anxious or whatever, that they eat. I am not a stress eater at all. Yeah. I get sick to my stomach, and I literally don't even want to smell food. Right. So that was, and that's why I didn't eat anything. I ate breakfast. I think we ate at, like, 11, and that was the last thing I had ate all day yesterday. So I knew I wanted to eat something this morning before we went to go do the furniture stuff, just because like I was already nervous and anxious about it. Like, what if they don't want to take the couch back? What if it costs way too much to take the couch back? What if I can't find another couch? What am I going to do? Cause I can't get my couch back. They took it and who knows where it is. And I said, I will literally go to the dump and look for it.
Well, and I will say, when you woke up this morning, you were a little relieved in the fact that the couch is going. I think the decision of this is going back, and we're going to go find something else.
Which we would have figured it out, and I would have we would have just put this in storage if we couldn't keep it until we had a house or something, sell it. Yeah, it's just it was to the point where I knew this was not going to be my couch. Yeah. So we went and it was like, I don't know, 11:30 or so, and we went up to this pizza place.
Okay. Well, this is where the video starts getting good. So, all the, not that, I'm just saying, like.
No, we're just sharing our experience.
Yeah, and let me say this, too. I was really worried about you.
Yeah.
I was really worried. I know Jess has anxiety. Jess does anxiety with a lot of different things. But this felt different. This felt like you said, like your whole world felt like it was coming apart very quickly. And as I was worried, I had thought, because I know other people who've had anxiety as well, and I know like you just don't expect it to hit home all of a sudden. But I knew that I kept trying to say to myself, like, let her work it out. Let her think about it. Don't try to help. Sometimes you try to help too much and you end up making the matter worse.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, off to the pizza place.
Yeah. So we went and got food. I wanted to have food before we went.
Strong's pizza.
Brick oven pizza. It was
Brick
really
oven
good.
pizza. Yeah.
I don't know if it was like extra good because I was super hungry and hadn't eaten anything, but I mean, it was super good. So we went there and then we went to Furniture Fair and I'm, freaking out because I'm, you're just in that, I'm in that state of mind where you're in the unknown and you don't know. So we go in there and luckily the same guys that we were working with when we originally bought the furniture were there.
Yeah.
I think Dave is the manager.
I believe so.
So we go in there and they were probably kind of surprised to see us because we were literally just there a few days ago. And he knew, like he could tell, like just by the way that I was.
He was on his phone and he said, I got to
Well, because I was talking to the other guy and I told him that we needed to return the couch and he was kind of confused because he thought I liked it, which I thought I liked it too. And he was asking, why and everything. And I said, well, for one, I hate it. I don't like that it's not comfortable. It looks enormous in our apartment. It's funny that it's just... It looks a lot different. I mean, we're in a small apartment. It's obviously it looks really big in a small apartment because it's big. And it looks small in a huge showroom.
We're there within the 3 days, so there's no reason for an explanation. But again, you were nervous about it.
I don't know. I mean, and so that's what. So Dave was sitting there, and he finally came over, and he said, "Yeah, you're within the 3 days. Look around, see if you find anything else." And so we start looking around, and
he was telling us about the restocking and all of this stuff.
Well, this was after.
Prices.
So, we started looking around, and then he came over to us. And I asked him, how much was the restocking fee if I return the couch? Because I said, what am I going to do if I don't find a couch here? And I didn't want to feel forced to find a couch.
Right.
Just to do the exchange or whatever. And he said, well, there's a 20% restocking fee. And then he told me all the stuff, whatever. And I was like, all right, whatever.
At this point, we didn't care.
And that's what I was at that point. Like, I don't care. Whatever it is, we're getting rid of this couch. Yeah. So we looked around and he was asking about this one couch that was similar. It kind of had like plushy thing, but the pillow parts of the couch they were like attached to the couch. They weren't removable. And so he was asking, because I was like, but that's a couch, do they have a love seat version? So we asked him if they had love seats, and he said, yeah, mostly all the couches have love seats. And I said, here, let me tell you this. I had a picture of my old couch, because I took pictures, I took measurements, I took everything, because I think I had a feeling inside of me that something wasn't right. I don't know. I just did. I measured the pillow, I measured the seat, I measured all of that stuff. The old couch. Yeah. I said, do you have anything like this? This is my old couch. This is what I want. I want something like this. Do you have anything like this? I understand they're probably not going to have exactly like that. He says, let me show you something. He's like, I have what you want. And he walks over to this couch. And I kind of knew. It was
like Christmas vacation. Like the Griswold family Christmas tree.
I kind of knew at that moment when I first looked at it that this was going to be our new couch. So that couch, it is a little bit bigger, I think. I think the dimensions are a little bigger than our old couch, which, whatever.
It was from the 1970s.
Yeah, it was so old. So, but anyways, it's one of those ones that has the pillows. I said, I told him, I literally told the man, I am lazy. I want to be able to flop on my couch. I want to be able to sit cross-legged on my couch. I want to be able to lay like this. I want to be able to put my foot like this. Like literally everything.
Wide loungy couch.
All the stuff. I want to just flop down and be down, have extra space that I could set my remote and my switch and all that stuff, all the things. Pure laziness here. I'm telling you. So he comes and he shows us, and he even flopped down on the couch.
Yeah, he did. He looked just like her when she did it, I was
He's
like,
like,
oh
you
my
want to do
goodness.
like this.
He's
And I was like, exactly.
This is what you want.
exactly what I want. I
And
like
it looks like the same couch.
I think it's like the more
almost
updated version.
Yeah.
So it does have the pillows that the pillow backs. It's literally the back of the couch, but it's two
pillows,
big fat
but
fluffy
they're
pillows.
not attached.
They're not attached. You can move them.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I like them, is that I can move them from one side to the other. And also, they're plush. So I can come up here, like if I don't like the way the top is of the pillow, or if it sits up too high, I can push it down because it's literally a pillow. I can push it down and lean into it, or
and the edges,
add an extra
the edges work
pillow.
out for you.
The width is like
the same
30
length.
inches, or it's probably a little bit less because I think they calculate it based on where the pillow sits on the couch.
But about the same as her old
But it's
couch.
like my old couch. So before we left this morning, I wrote a list of everything that I want to be able to do in the couch. Like how I want to lay, how I want to sit, all that stuff. So I pulled my list out. And I started checking things off, like, okay, can I do this? Yes. Can I lay this way and still have, space to lay my phone and, set everything? Yes, I can do all of those things. So we're sitting there and, I'm measuring everything because I want to make sure. And he said, like, I looked at that couch and then I looked at another one that was across from it that was also kind of plushy. But it was too, like, the material was weird and I wouldn't have liked it. So, I didn't want to make, like, an instant decision. So I kind of, like, walked away from it for a minute. Right. And then I was thinking about it. And
we didn't want to make the same mistake.
Yeah, and that's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, I still am worried about it, honestly. Just because, that's just, that's what happens in the mind of somebody that is anxious about things. Yeah. You know that it might be okay, but it also might not be okay. And it's hard to, like, I don't know. Anyway. So he said, oh, and I wanted him to look up the dimensions of the love seat version because I only had the couch version there for me to lay on. Because I wanted to see how long it was. And I literally had him holding the tape measure there so that I could lay down and then see how much space there was left between, what was the dimensions of the couch. And and everything was fine. I was able to, lay the way I could and do all the other things. It does have these, like, on the corners of the couch, these, like, feet. I would assume that they are not attached. I think that they just, like, spin. What are those called? Like,
yeah, they screw on.
Sorry. Anyways, but that puts a big height on it. Because that was that's another thing with this couch, is it sits really high off the ground. And I can't even put my feet down.
So
anyways, he shows us the dimensions and he's like, oh, there's an ottoman that goes with that too. Because this couch...
and they don't know we used to have an ottoman.
Yeah, I had an ottoman with my other couch.
This one's about the same size.
So the other couch that I had picked out, or that I was thinking about picking out, was actually a lot cheaper than this couch that we got. And he said, there's an ottoman that goes with it too. If you want to have the ottoman, then you can have additional, lounge space or, something else. And I was like, all right, cool. So we, I thought about it for a while. Yeah. I measured it. I was comparing the measurements to my old couch. I laid on it. I did all the things that I needed to do, and he was awesome. And he was able to put us in there, even Stevens. We got the new couch. We are getting the love seat version. So it'll be smaller. And the ottoman. Everything, we had to pay no additional. We didn't have to pay any special delivery fees, no return fees. None of that. So,
Dave,
yeah.
You're awesome, buddy.
I'm super grateful that he was willing to work with us.
And he didn't have to think or look this stuff up or any of this. He wanted to help us. He was like, we want you happy.
He said that this couch here that we're sitting on is built like a tank. And he's like, and you don't want a tank.
Because of the recliners.
Yeah, because it's like a hefty piece of furniture. Yeah. It's made to be, bulky in that way because of the nature of the reclining. And he's like, and you're not that type of a person. You just picked the wrong couch for you. Yeah. And
you need a 3-wheeler.
And I need to be,
You just want,
and I just want to be comfortable.
I just want to be able to plop down and not like have to think about it. You're not a recliner person that can sit in a recliner all day, all the time. And I gotta say, like, this couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah,
Because
it was
we had
awesome that
so
it worked
many
out that
different
way.
plans. I was looking online, guys, all night.
Yeah.
And this morning, we were looking at Wayfair. They had something that looked sort of close. We were looking at places like Macy's.
Yeah.
We were going to go to Florence, Kentucky, because Florence has a lot of different mattress places and stuff. And I wanted to make sure that we had somewhere to go after we return this, because I didn't think we were going to find a couch
Yeah.
that she wanted at Furniture Fair.
Well, and I'll say this. So, like, I told, and I even told him this. I said, if I had went to Furniture Fair that first day with the intentions of purchasing a couch, I would have probably done what I did today and said, hey, this is my old couch. What can you get me that's similar to this? And then I feel like this whole thing would have probably not ever happened.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, that wasn't the intention when we were there. So I wasn't even thinking about a couch at that moment.
Right.
And yeah, we probably should have thought about it and walked away. But I'm just telling you, this is our experience. And, you know, let me just say, if you have something that you're very attached to and you're thinking of replacing it, maybe hold on to it for a little bit until you decide if you actually like your new thing.
And do your research and all that stuff before, like, you know, like, don't do like we did and just impulse buy because we're there.
Just kind of...
Because, you know, it's like you look at... we knew that eventually we were going to get another couch and chair anyway.
Yeah.
And we're looking at, okay, well, if this is going to be this much to deliver it and we can get all this stuff delivered, well, we saved a lot of money by doing that. Unfortunately, we raced to a decision, but I gotta say, crisis averted.
I think I'm telling you that I do still have anxiety about it, just because now I'm like, I mean, I laid on it and I love the other one and it feels very plushy.
We're supposed to get the other couch Tuesday,
yeah, it's supposed to come Tuesday.
We may do like an update.
I think it'll still be fine. I think I might end up taking the feet off so it's a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
But I think once it comes and once it's actually in my house and I can actually lay on it in my house and feel how I feel in my house, that I don't think it'll like all completely go away, my anxiety, until then.
Yeah.
And I did ask him, I was like, so what happens now if I hate this new couch? And he's like, I'm sorry, but you're pretty much stuck with it.
Stuck with it. Because you got
so
3 days.
You get 3 days, so it's 3 days from your
and
original...
That's a health code
It's
thing.
a 3 days from the original purchase date.
Yeah.
So that was this couch, not the new couch.
Yeah.
So I still could change my mind between then and now, but I don't think I will because I doubt I'll find anything.
You found the
and
perfect
I think
couch.
it's fine. I think I'll be all right.
For her.
I think I'm just having, you know, like PTSD.
Well, everything
about
that happened yesterday with everything coming in and you weren't happy with anything and you were miserable, and that's still kind of like...
everything's fresh in your head, and then I'm thinking, you know, when I'm going to get a new one, am I about to do the same thing again? Am I about to make the same mistake? Am I going to purchase something? But literally this new couch is almost identical to our old couch. It may be like like I said, the dimensions might be a little bit different. And I realize that it's not going to be as cushy as my other one was because it's not been sat in for 40 years. But that's fine. I will definitely be lounging on it to break it in. So
Right.
I don't know. So that was the ordeal.
I think you did well, kiddo.
It's been an adventure.
It was like I was in utter shock when we went in there. We talked to Dave. Dave knew exactly what she wanted, and it was like this.
He said, "This is the what did he say? The loungiest or the laziest or the floppiest or something like that."
Yeah, and it is. It is, and that is exactly what you were looking for.
So go see them at Furniture Fair. See Dave and Brandon at Furniture Fair on Harrison.
Yeah,
tell them we sent you.
Yeah,
because they were awesome and they were very helpful, and he even gave me a hug because he knew that I was like, you could see it all over my face that I was stressing out and freaking out.
And the care that they have there is just amazing. I really I was like, you know, because they make commission.
And I mean, I get it.
So it's
they don't want you to.
They didn't even care. They were like, hey, you guys. Well, no, we want, you know, because we're going to be doing business with you for the next However
And I
long we're
understand
alive,
that they probably can't give you like a forever return policy. Like they don't want you to keep purchasing couches and then just keep returning them. I get that.
Right.
So, and I understand that now, this next one, if it doesn't work out, whatever. But I think it'll be fine. And I think once it's in here and I'm able to be comfortable again, I think that everything will be all right.
Yeah. Well, guys, that was our that's been our day. It's been a crazy start
adventure.
of the weekend here.
Yeah.
Absolute adventure. This
a
is
huge adventure. Craziness.
But your little.
It kind of makes me nervous that I want to get a house because I'm like, that's a story for a different day. Situation. Or what do they say? That's the horse of a different color.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Well, we're gonna play Nintendo.
Yeah.
So we haven't had a chance to play our new game yet.
Yeah.
Real excited for this, guys. We're excited. Change can be difficult in some ways.
Yeah.
But change is good also in some ways. And I think you're going to be very happy. And we will give an update, whether it's in a video or I'll just post. We'll do a community post or something. Maybe take a picture of the couch, show you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it because it is like the 2024 version of what your couch used to be.
Yeah, so. It's a little different, but it's...
Yeah. It'll take a little while to break in, but you need to just relax on it and just, Tuesday we'll get here when it does and everything will be fine. And if it's not fine, well, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Because we always do. And the thing that we didn't do, that I didn't follow my own, we didn't do the math.
Math on what?
I don't know. Dimensions and things I don't know. We didn't do the work. We went in and just were like, hey, check this out.
We bought a mattress and then it escalated very quickly.
Well, the chair I was buying that chair. I was like, I haven't had a recliner in 10, 15 years and I wanted one and I was getting that one regardless. And that was like, oh yeah, let's get the matching couch. And just,
Anyway, you know the story.
Right. Guys, thank you so much for listening to us today. Thank you, Jess. Feel good to talk about everything. It's been rough, guys. It's been really rough on her the last couple days. And we wanted to just talk about our journey going through all this and everything. And honestly, with going back to Furniture Fair at first, because we saved a lot of extra traveling.
Yeah, it was nice.
So it worked out great. Plus, we didn't find anything online that looked exactly what you get.
No, nothing. I couldn't find anything that was similar, that similar to what I used to have.
Right. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. With all that being said, we are out. And always remember, the adventure
is out there.